welcome. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing today? I hope that everybody is doing really well. And today I wanted to speak a little bit about our upcoming 3-week program that begins on September 15th, Removing Obstacles to Awakening in Today's World, Nervous System, Discrimination, and Trust. What does it mean to remove obstacles to awakening? This is a theme that we keep coming back to over and over and over again in different ways because it's so key, it's so important. And in the deepest sense, removing obstacles to awakening means to remove our reliance on the mind, or give up our reliance on the mind, on what we believe, what we think, what we identify as. Very, very powerful, right? And so much of the time, even if we have been sitting in presence and on this path for a while, so much of the time we still don't recognize the more subtle levels of the mind for what it really is, which is the mind. And that is why I also speak about discrimination, because discrimination is such a key, to our ability to remove obstacles to awakening. And discrimination means to really recognize the difference between past and present, the difference between peace and suffering. And that sounds so simple, right? It sounds so self-explanatory, right? Self-explanatory, and yet, if you are aware or not, so often we have an unconscious attachment to suffering. Subconsciously, unconsciously, we favor, I know it sounds strange, right? But we favor suffering. We favor suffering because it's familiar to us. It's more familiar than resting in this absolute, unbound emptiness of our true nature. And also, regarding discrimination, so often discrimination is being confused with judgment. And of course, judgment is something very, very different. Judgment closes your heart. It closes your mind. Also, it closes our ability to be here, to notice, to be present. Discrimination is like a very sharp knife that cuts without the pain. It cuts to the heart of the matter. Am I at rest or am I suffering? Are these beliefs, these ideas, these engagements, these things that we pursue internally and externally, are they really bringing us peace, or are they perpetuating suffering? That's a very powerful inquiry, and of course we'll be speaking about so much more in this program, but just that inquiry enough, am I at rest or am I suffering? Where is my allegiance? Where is my trust? What do I give my attention to? So I want to invite you to join me. And if you are enjoying these videos, please subscribe and share and comment. We so appreciate that. It makes it visible for many more people. And I'm very much looking forward to our time together and to sitting in this, very direct, very powerful inquiry of what does it mean to remove obstacles to awakening.